This is one AI character, one face, one outfit, one strong image. But a brand campaign needs more than one portrait. It needs a hero visual. Product shots, social content, website banners, close-ups, different formats, and possibly video. The challenge is expanding the campaign without turning the character into a different person in every asset. So today I will show you how to take one AI character and build a complete consistent brand campaign inside getimg. First, I choose the strongest image of the character. The face is clear, the hairstyle is visible, the outfit contains recognizable details, and the lighting does not hide important features. This image becomes the main reference. Before building the campaign, I define what should stay consistent. The facial structure, the eye shape, the hairstyle, the skin tone, the outfit silhouette, and 2 or 3 signature details. For this character, that could be a sharp black bob, metallic blue eyeliner, a structured silver jacket, and one small eyebrow piercing. These details create visual anchors. The environment can change, the format can change, the character should not. A consistent character is not enough. The campaign also needs a clear visual direction. For this example, I am creating a futuristic beauty and fashion brand. The word includes silver surfaces, deep cobalt blue, clean white light, transparent metals, sharp typography, and minimal futuristic architecture. This direction becomes the campaign system. I do not want every image to look identical, but they should feel like they belong to the same launch. The character stays fixed. The brand word stays recognizable. The composition changes based on the asset. So the first asset is the main campaign image. This is the visual that defines the entire direction. I place the character inside a metallic studio. The camera is close. The lighting creates soft reflections across the jacket. There is enough negative space for the campaign headline. The prompt could include: perceive the same character identity, facial proportions, black bob hairstyle, blue eyeliner, and silver jacket. Place her inside a minimal futuristic studio with cobalt blue light, metallic surfaces, and clean space for campaign text. The hero image should be strong enough to work as a poster, landing page visual, or campaign cover. This is not the moment to add 10 props. One character, one mood, one clear message. Next, I connect the character to the product. Maybe the brand is launching a futuristic fragrance, a skincare serum, a fashion accessory, or a pair of headphones. For the product image, I keep the same lighting and color palette. The character holds the product near her face. The label remains visible. The pose feels natural. And the product does not cover the character's most recognizable features. This creates a direct connection between the face of the campaign and the item being sold. The image now has a job. It is not only an aesthetic portrait, it is an ad. A campaign also needs detail. It creates a close-up of the makeup, a crop of the product in the character's hand, a detail of the jacket material, and a tighter portrait focused on the eyes. These images are useful for social carousels, website sections, reel covers, campaign teasers, and graphic layouts. The important thing is not to generate each close-up from zero. I start with the version that already works. Then I change the crop, focus or composition. Just edit the winner. Do not redesign the character for every asset. Now I adapt the campaign for different platforms. The white hero visual becomes a website banner. The close portrait becomes a vertical story or reel cover. The product image becomes a square Instagram post. The full body version becomes a campaign poster. The character remains consistent, but the composition changes to fit the format. For vertical content, I leave space above and below the subject. For website banner, I move the character to one side and leave room for the text. For a square post, I use a tighter and more direct composition. Resizing is not only cutting the image. Each format needs its own visual balance. Once the main image works, I turn selected assets into video. The hero portrait can use a slow push-in. The jacket catches light. The character makes a small head movement. The background remains stable. The product shot can use a controlled orbit or side movement. The character lifts the product slightly. The lighting travels across the packaging. The motion should support the campaign, not distract from the face or product. A direction could be slow cinematic push toward the character, subtle head movements, soft fabric motion, controlled cobalt blue lighting and stable facial features. The strongest motion is usually simple. Just one camera move, one character action, one lighting change. That is enough. Before finishing, I will compare every asset. Does the character still look like the same person? Do the colors match? Is the lighting from the same visual world? Does the product remain accurate? Do the images feel connected without looking repetitive? Consistency does not mean using the same pose in every image. It means keeping the important decision fixed. The identity, the palette, the materials, the typography direction, the lighting logic, and the overall mood. Everything else can change, but not this. Now, one character image has become a hero visual, a product ad, a website banner, a campaign poster, a social carousel, a vertical reel cover, several detail shots, and a short video teaser. This is the difference between generating individual images and building a campaign. Individual images may look good alone. A campaign works together. Each asset has a purpose. Each format supports the same direction, and the character becomes a recognizable part of the brand. We started with one AI character. Now that same character exists across a complete visual campaign. The face stays consistent. The brand word stays clear. The product becomes part of the story, and every asset feels connected. Start with the strongest character reference, define what must not change, build one clear brand direction, create the hero image, then expand it into products, close-ups, formats, and motion inside getimg. Do not create every asset as a separate idea. Build one visual system, because one AI character does not need to stay one portrait. With right workflow, it can become the face of an entire brand campaign. Tell me in the comments what product you would launch with this character. Leave a like if this workflow was useful and subscribe for more practical creative workflows with getimg. See you in the next video.